We all remember our time as students and that one teacher who influenced us, but sometimes educators could use a little bit more support. I would say a lot. Today we're joined by U.S. Secretary of Education Miguel Cardona to tell us all about how we can show support this Teacher Appreciation Week. Please give him a round of applause, Secretary Cardona. Welcome back.
It's great to be back. Great to be with you all again.
We love having you here. You're so inspirational. In fact, we wanted to get your opinion on this because we dove deep into this yesterday. So we talked about the protests that are happening on college campuses, and we wanted to get your take on everything. You have the floor.
Well, look, student protests or students standing up for what they believe in is really a hallmark of the college years, college experience. And throughout our history, it's something that I think has helped shape America. However, what we're seeing on some college campuses is harassment, it's violence, it's anti-Semitism, and there's no room for hate or that type of attack on our college campuses. And we must all together stand up against any forms of hate on our college campuses.
Well said.
We appreciate that. Well, I'm the daughter, sister, niece, friend of a lot of teachers, okay? And obviously our teachers work super hard. So how can we support educators in our communities?
Well, thank you for saying that and for acknowledging that. Look, everyone knows a teacher that is shaping the lives of children. I think the best way to support teachers is, number one, honor the profession and engage with them and let's treat them like the professionals that they are. I think for far too long we kind of expect more and more and more, and they're dealing with a lot of new things as the needs of our students get greater. I call it the ABCs of teaching. Let's provide agency for them and treat them like professionals, better working conditions, which means career opportunities, classrooms that are not 95 degrees in the summer and in June, and then C is competitive salaries. Right now, teachers make on average 24% less than people with similar degrees. Let's make sure that they're making a competitive salaries so they don't have to work a second job or drive on the weekends.
That means a lot, brother. First of all, great to talk to you again. I thought you were in studio, so I'm like a little sad, but I'm happy to see you.
You miss him, don't you?
Yes, you need to be here with us. But this, this was always a big thing for me as a kid. I never knew what to do to celebrate my teachers. So when you were a kid, how did you celebrate your teachers? Did you go old school with the apple? Like, what's going on?
Well, look, having been a teacher who've gotten gifts from students and families, it's special because it comes from the heart. So it really doesn't matter. But what I used to do, look, my mom's a great cook. A little bit of rice and beans go a long way, letting our teachers know we love them.
Dude, that would be
no complaints.
Yeah,
yes.
Not at all. All right, let's talk. It's so good to see you again, Secretary.
Don't steal what I said.
I'm taking them, and I stole it. All right, a pretty controversial bill was just passed in Tennessee to arm teachers. Explain to us what that will mean for classrooms, and if you want your personal take on the bill.
Look, I was a school principal when the massacre in Sandy Hook happened. I visited Uvalde. I've spoken to countless victims of senseless school violence. I really don't believe putting more guns in schools is the answer. I think our educators have enough to worry about and enough to do. Putting them in a position now where they're carrying guns to school. What happens if there's a substitute? Does that mean the school is less safe? At what point do we draw the line and say protecting our schools is an issue of a community and public safety? I'm not in favor of it at all. I think it's dangerous, and I think the more guns we have in our schools, the more opportunities for mistakes to happen.
Secretary Cardona, I want to push back a little bit, all due respect here, and this isn't a gotcha moment. My philosophy on this, and everyone on this panel disagrees with me, and I think a lot of people like yourself and at home do as well. But if we put into law that teachers that are willing and able could carry guns, even if they didn't, there was no gun in the school, wouldn't it kind of be like an air marshal to the children? Like, I don't know if there is a teacher in here armed or not. Just the thought of it could be a deterrent.
Yeah, no, I hear you. But look, my air marshals are not expected to teach math and to provide social emotional well-being. And the threat of it doesn't mean that the risk is not there. If someone who maybe is certified to carry a firearm is in school and makes a poor decision and an innocent child is killed, look, it's very dangerous territory. And I think it's an example of how we don't respect the profession. Educating our students is a tough job. I need my teachers to be getting trained on how to support students with different needs, not on how to aim so that they could be protecting the school while they're also helping our students reach their potential. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't believe we should be providing protections in our schools and putting safeguards. In fact, we provided over $1 billion for those efforts. And I agree that we have to find common ground. I just don't think arming teachers is one of them.
Fair.
Good discussion.
We have about 30 seconds left, but I want to get this in. There's a great new initiative for teachers and loan forgiveness. Can you tell us about it?
$62 billion in debt forgiveness for those teachers who've been working over 10 years paying their loans. They deserve debt relief so that they could focus on their profession and buying a home. It's working. Let's support it. Studentaid.gov, PSLF. Fill it out if you're a teacher or a nurse and you're eligible.
I taught for
amazing.
I taught for 5 years. Can I get half off my loans?
We'll work on prorating it for you because you want to be there, Al.
Secretary Cardona, it's always so great having you. Thank you for being here. DBL Nation Teacher Appreciation Week starts next Monday, and you can find more info at ed.gov. Thank you again, Secretary.